Hello there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a family game night story of a Star Trek the Role-Playing Game story. The Gorn that wouldn't die. Anybody who's not a Star Trek fan out there, one, shame on you. Two, you got to see a Gorn. Go to YouTube and type in Star Trek Arena/Gorn. There's an episode in the original series where Captain Kirk fought a Gorn on an alien planet, kind of a desert world, and the Gorn was massive, big, strong guy. My son saw that episode and wanted to play a Gorn in Star Trek the Role-Playing Game, so he became a Gorn foreign exchange officer serving on board a Federation starship. And he was having a lot of fun because this Gorns are like 7 to 9 feet tall, very strong, very thick skin. They're extremely tough. And if you go by the storyline in Star Trek the Next Gen or in Star Trek the Role Playing Game, Gorns have a lot of perks. They have a lot of downside too because they're not very technically or scientifically adept, but they are a they're a space-faring race. They have warp drive, and they have advanced weaponry and things like that. So they may not be quite as advanced as the Federation, but they're, anyway, not a lot of Gorn science officers. Anyway, so the mission was that I was running him solo, by the way, which means he was alone. We didn't have any other players at the time, so he was running alone. I sent him on a mission by himself, and the mission was that there was some settlers that had been attacked by some Klingon privateers, and these Klingon or these settlers had fled their settlement, and were hiding, and they had beamed down some security guys, and they were looking for survivors. And he found a small group of these survivors, and he was safeguarding them against these Klingons. He defended them successfully against 3 Klingon attacks, and he found out that the Klingon disruptors they had, because they weren't top of the line, the Klingons were using the older disruptors, which, by the way, don't hurt Gorns. They don't hurt Gorns. So it just bounces off, as it were. So Hadrian was having a field day with these Klingons. They could pull a bat'leth or a sword or whatever, and they could do some damage, but the disruptors not so much. So he was having a field day with these Klingons. Finally, the Klingons, after attacking 3 separate times, they finally got upset and just beamed him on board their ship. Turns out their ship was an older style D6. Their ships were outdated, for lack of a better word. I mean, they're definitely not top of the line. But they also weren't they were in violation of the treaty, so they weren't supposed to be doing that anyway. So they were acting as privateers. At any rate, when Hadrian's Gorn beamed aboard, they had a security team waiting in there, and they opened up with their disruptors, and Hadrian just kind of laughed at them. And he ripped a section of the wall out and was using it to beat these Klingons to death. He killed all the Klingons in the transporter room. And then, because he's a security officer, one of his duties is he's got to be good with the transporter. He went over there and he was able to figure out the Klingon transporter. And he beamed himself into auxiliary control, where he used intruder gas. He killed all the Klingons in their auxiliary control, and then he used their intruder gas to knock out all of the Klingons. Then he went back to the transporter room, and he beamed all the unconscious Klingons down to the planet, and started beaming up survivors to the Klingon ship. I don't recall what the Federation ship was doing at the time. As I understand it, it was off doing something else. There were settlements on several planets in the system, and this Klingon ship waited until it went away and then came and did their thing. So he was trying to find where the Federation ship was, but because he didn't read Klingonese, he couldn't figure out their censor system. But he did figure out how to cloak the ship, so he cloaked it. and he moved the ship. He figured a helm, and he moved the ship away from the planet. And he ended up capturing a Klingon vessel and was able to get the attention of the Federation ship, which came back and, you know, got everybody off and towed the ship away and left all the Klingons there on the planet. Wasn't too bad considering he was 7 at the time. He did all of this on his own. I was quite impressed. And he made a bad pun at the time, and I don't remember his exact wording, but it was something like he was a Gorn in their side. He used to make bad puns all the time. It was hilarious. At any rate, that was my son's first run at playing a Gorn in Star Trek the Roleplaying Game. So, ay. And he's done other things since then, too. He loves running Gorns. I don't know why, but he does. Oh, well. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.